Hello, I'm Mike with this week's new and trending AI tools you can't afford to miss. This week, I'm focusing in on privacy-based AI. So I'm going to show you how to create your own AI that runs from home. It's kind of like ChatGPT or the new DeepSeek, but it runs on your computer and nobody else can see it. So if you're using ChatGPT, your data goes to the United States. If you use DeepSeek, your data goes to China. But if you use this new private AI I'm going to show you how to set up, your data sits on your computer. So let's take a look at LM Studio. It was featured this week in Product Hunt, but it's been kicking around for a while and it's actually really good. As you can see, it runs on all operating systems. I'm going to download it for my Mac M series. Now, I've got an M1 Mac Studio, but I've also got an M4 MacBook Pro. This will work on pretty much all of those systems. And here it is. So you can get your first LLM. What is an LLM? It's a large language model. It's just like ChatGPT, but it's going to run on your computer. So let's go in here. And actually, the very first thing it suggests here is DeepSeek R1 distilled using Qwen 7b in the background. Now, it's not as big as a model that would run on a server in the US or China, but remember, this is running privately on your own computer. Okay, as simple as that, you can see you're all set. The AI is now downloaded to my computer. I have the world's knowledge on my Mac Studio's hard drive. So before we ask a question, we need to load a model, and you can see the one we just downloaded, DeepSeek R1 is there. Don't worry about these settings, we will just leave them as default and load. And I've asked, why should I use LM Studio instead of ChatGPT? And the assistant thinks, just as you'd expect R1 to do so, we can actually pop that open and see the chain of thought. This is happening right now on my computer. No data is being sent to the cloud, so no companies in the US, China, or anywhere else are getting my information. So you can see it's done its chain of thought, and now it's providing me with an answer. And if I want to, I can just delete it. It's just there on my computer, hit delete, and that chat message is now gone. I can create a new chat. And this time I'm saying I'm not sure if I should buy Nvidia stocks, help me decide. And again, you'll see DeepSeek R1 is thinking about it here. First off, I also wonder about revenue growth, looking at their stock performance, and it's thinking through right here on my Mac Studio. One little difference though is that it's not getting real-time web information. This is all running locally on my computer, so I'll only get as good information as to when the model was last trained to. Now, say I don't like DeepSeek R1 and I want to try something else. You can do that. I'll just go up here to eject DeepSeek, and when it's ejected, I can go over here to discover, and this will give me all the models that I could run. So you can see Qwen 2.5 is a big model that was released this week, again from Alibaba in China. I can install that if I like. I can sort by best match. I can do a search. So if I want Mistral running, I've got some Mistral models here. And if I just choose not to search for anything and just sort by most downloads, you'll see the most downloaded models up here at the top. Maybe I want to run Microsoft's 5.4, so I'll select that, and you'll see here, it actually picks me a download option that's suitable for my computer. But if I drop this down, you'll see various different models here and whether they should run on your computer or not. So it says here, full GPU offload possible, meaning my computer is capable of running that model. And if I click here, partial offload possible, again, should run. But if I pick something a little bit bigger, like Llama 3.3 70B instruct, you'll see it's likely too large for this machine. So a great way of knowing which AIs you can run on your computer at a glance here. So I'll go back to 5.4, and it's advisable to download the biggest option that runs safely on your computer. And for me, it's this one, which is 12 gigabytes. So I'll download this one right now. And there we go, within just a few moments, that 5.4 is downloaded. I can go to load it, and here it is, load it into the memory of my computer, and it's up and running. Now I'll start a brand new chat up here, and just let this blue bar complete so I can actually use 5.4. Okay, with that done, we'll go ahead and go to the chat box down here, and I'm typing in write code for a beautiful HTML web page that says this is so cool, with lots of bouncing balls all over the place. And as you can see, it's moving a little bit slower than DeepSeek, as this is a little bit more of a powerful model, but we'll let it go ahead and write the code and look at the result. Okay, it appears to be finished here, and you'll see the code. Remember, this was written 100% locally on my computer. I'm going to copy the code, let's drag and drop it into Chrome here, and boom! This is so cool. Isn't that amazing? Not only can my own private AI answer questions with chain of thought thinking, but it can also make websites like this one. I want to make a slight alteration, make balls multi-colored. Now, of course, remember, it remembers the context of the previous chat message here, so it's generating a new web page, which is going to be pretty similar, just with those alterations implemented. And refreshing cool. Oh yes, we've got a multicolored. This is so cool. Now, of course, there are other ways to run local and private AIs, and we discuss them in the community here. If you're not already a member of the Creator Magic community, well, make sure you use that link down below. Also, if you're enjoying what you see so far, throw a like and subscribe for more videos like this weekly. Okay, well, that took maybe a couple of minutes to set up our own private AI, so let's spend the rest of the video talking about some other developments in AI, and also you want to watch till the end when I talk about a completely private AI that had a launch this week as well. Now, why is it that DeepSeek R1 is getting scooped up by US companies left, right, and center? Well, the reason, it's cheap and it's good. Let's take a look at some of these posts from Microsoft Azure, who say DeepSeek R1 is now live on Azure, so you can actually use that if you're using that for your cloud infrastructure. Amazon Web Services, they said DeepSeek R1 is now on AWS Amazon Bedrock, so you can use it there if you're an Amazon customer. NVIDIA also hopped in on the action and said, yes, DeepSeek R1 is now available on NVIDIA NIM, so you can run it from their site. Windsurf, the no-code tool, actually integrated R1 and V3, fully hosted on Western servers, they say. So if you're concerned about your data going to China, so many US companies have scooped this open source model and used it up. Most interesting use case of DeepSeek on a US server is Perplexity. Now, you know Perplexity for searching. If you switch on Pro Search and go to Reasoning with R1, the DeepSeek model is hosted in the US, and you can see this awesome use case where not only does it do research here on why DeepSeek is so popular, but it'll then go through and reason through everything, and it analyzes all the results it gets and does a chain of thought on everything before finally giving you an answer. And we can see here in the answer, we've got breakthrough performance at lower costs, technical innovations with mixture of experts, architecture. We've got the market impact, of course, App Store dominance. It went to #1 in app stores around the world. Now, interestingly enough, Sam Altman posted about new infrastructure for OpenAI and then replied to one of the commenters saying that O3 is coming tomorrow, which is, well, today at the time I published this video. Staying with DeepSeek, though, and Cursor, the leader in AI no code, has said that DeepSeek models are now available inside Cursor, hosted on US servers. They say they're a big fan of DeepSeek, but Sonnet still appears to perform much better on real-world tasks, whatever that means. So here I am in Cursor, and I've actually been working on a project today using DeepSeek R1. I wanted to show you, if you're a user of Cursor, how to get this enabled. You just go to the settings cog in the top right, you look for models, and if they're not already enabled, you can tick by DeepSeek R1 and DeepSeek V3, and you'll have access. So you'll see here with DeepSeek R1, I created a simple Python script to go through all of our music production library at Music Radio Creative, my audio production company. We've got a massive royalty-free library, about 700 tracks in there. And I asked Cursor to create a script that would go through each MP3 track on our website, one by one, listen to it, identify the genre, and then even update the Shopify listing using Shopify's API. I actually found an incredible AI model on Replicate, which allows music style classification by 400 different styles, and this is what I've used in the script. It worked incredibly well, and it would go through and take a music track on our website and create catchy names, and also ideas of what kind of instruments are going on in here, and also what kind of content these tracks would be useful for. We can have a listen to this one. And I think it's done incredibly well at labeling this up. Now, you've got to remember, all of the listings here were generic. It's just download this track, and AI has rewritten 700 listings on our website with accurate information. This worked out so well that Isabella, the CEO of Music Radio Creative, and also my wife, noticed a dramatic increase in sales since I ran this AI agent script on our website. Next shout out goes to community member Stephen on Creator Magic. He's been posting a lot of great stuff in the Creator Magic community and made me aware of this private AI. It's called Venice AI, and apparently it's completely decentralized, and you can use it to ask anything. It's privacy focused, it's uncensored, and it allows you to access AI models like DeepSeek with enhanced privacy. Let's give it a quick go. Now notice I'm typing this in, I'm not logged in or anything. This is what you get on the front page of Venice AI. And immediately it will go to work, and you can see I'm a Venice guest, so I'm not even logged in. It says Switzerland is apparently the most free country. I don't know if you agree with that or not. We can start a new chat and maybe go for image generation, and this time I'll just type in Donald Trump eating a bowl of salad, and in just a few moments, there we go. There is the leader of the free world with what looks like a very healthy bowl of salad. You'll also see this private AI allows you to start a new chat and even code things. You just need to build code and describe what it is you want to build. So really, it seems to have everything baked in. Now, I know you'll be asking the question, how can I tell Venice AI is really private? It's a bit like, trust me, bro. I did some research. It's founded by Eric Voorhees. He's quite well known in the crypto space and has been messaging this week about a launch of a VVV token, which is related to Venice. And he goes on to say that it's private. This is why you don't store user data. He's a big advocate for privacy. So again, it's still like, trust me, bro, but at least we know who the person is behind it, and they're not wearing a mask themselves. They're out there on the internet advocating for privacy-based AI. And apparently you can gain a stake in Venice AI's API if you get a token. Now, this is not financial advice. This is not investment advice. I have simply noticed that a VVV token has been launched this week. I know very little about crypto, and actually, even if I wanted to, I don't think that market is available for me as a UK resident to trade in. Also, judging by the current value as I make this video of the token, you can see it's gone from dizzy heights of nearly $20 per token all the way down to around $5. Read into that what you will, but Venice AI is definitely worth trying at the very least to see what the future of privacy-focused uncensored AI could be. Let me know what you think of this week's video down below in the comments, and if you want to dive deeper, definitely join me and over 6,000 other people in the Creator Magic community. Link again will be down below. Like, subscribe for weekly updates, and YouTube is showing a video on your screen right now that you should watch next. Thanks.